Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you're all well. Well, we're continuing on with the John Farnham story. In the first video, we looked at the pre-Whispering Jack days, his rise to King and Pop, the cabaret circuit, which wasn't so good, the song Help that brought him back into the public consciousness, and of course, this time with that La B. In the last video, we looked at the iconic Whispering Jack album and the iconic You're the Voice, and this song written by Chris Thompson and a few others really, really did change John's career. He had actually found his song. And because of that album, he did the Jack's Back tour. 11 concerts became 19, and he was absolutely back on top, and so well deserved. We got to just pay credence to Glenn Wheatley, his manager, who really transformed John Farnham's career in many, many ways. So, where we're up to now, we're post Whispering Jack. And Australia is now John's oyster, absolutely. And of course, after Whispering Jack, which sold around 2 million copies, expectations were high as to what John was going to do next. And in 1988, there's quite a few albums released in a very short space of time here. Age of Reason came out. This was a very, very considered one of John Farnham's best albums, just for its maturity of songwriting and just the incredible songs that it is. It's also voice. John Farnham well and truly had a voice at this point, and he was not afraid to use it. Age of Reason debuted at number 1, and it stayed at number 1 for 8 consecutive weeks. Around 560,000 units of this particular album were sold. So when you think of Age of Reason, you think about that very thing. The official clip kind of tells it all, really. We've got the official clip of Age of Reason below. I mean, we could put a live version too, but you know what? Have a look at this official clip, because you know what? It's got children in it. The minute you get children combined with Age of Reason, when are we going to learn? What are we doing? What on earth? Where are we headed? So many questions that John asks in this song, and that is, where is it headed? And some nearly, they'll go 98, some, well, nearly 30 years, just short of 30 years down the track, look where we are now. Things are not so good. It seems like the Age of Reason has well and truly not even started yet. Because we are in the midst of war in many, many countries, and it's often the innocent that suffer in war zones. And it's really, really sad that we can't, as a human race, work things out. We seem to have run out of options. It's easier just to get angry with each other and see who the bigger player wins, as opposed to trying to talk things out. And it's the innocent that suffer. This is the sad thing about war. And we really, really want the Age of Reason to start, don't we? But it just hasn't. And we as a human race, really got a lot to answer for when it comes to how we have the inability to work things through. And I think John Farnham was well and truly using this album to make a statement to the world, and that is, hey, look, guys, come on, let's try to make some changes before it's too late. So Age of Reason is, first of all, the words are very, very poignant. Second, it's a very, very good song indeed. This one, John, again, just gives his just pure, natural, strong voice to it in so many ways. And so Age of Reason was just another song that John was born to sing and to be able to bring this message to the world. Another track off that album, Two Strong Hearts. I've got a live version with Olivia Newton-John, which is pretty cool here. Two strong hearts, we stick together like honey and the bee, you and me. I tell you what, there is nothing better and more beautiful than two strong hearts being in sync with each other. And I think all of us really, really long for that, don't we? We long for that absolute deepest of connections. And when two hearts are strong, no, need is in there, absolutely. No, we do need the other person, but no, want, absolutely. But need, not all, we don't completely put everything, the other person as needing them for life to continue. No, we don't do that. We need two strong hearts. We need two strong hearts to be able to face whatever comes at us, because you know what, while life doesn't go smoothly quite often, but having someone you can share those times with is really, really important. So really, really beautiful song, Two Strong Hearts. Popularity for John Farnham was at an absolute high at this point, and Whispering Jack, that album that came out before Age of Reason, got back in the top 10. So there we go. In fact, it was around that time that John received an ARIA Outstanding Achievement Award, very much acknowledged by the Australian record industry. Absolutely. Out in 1990, the album Chain Reaction came out again, a #1 album. John wrote 9 of these 12 songs. So John was really and truly wanting to write some of his own stuff, because you know what? If you're singing your own song, it's nothing better. And so we've got Chain Reaction, which is all about how you do this thing and you do that thing and it leads to that thing and something else. Obviously, if you start off the Chain Reaction with something bad, well, it's going to keep going bad, bad, bad. If you put something good in there, though, it's going to become good, 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 good. Now, don't know if you guys know about cognitive behavior therapy. Now, I'm not a psychologist, but this is a very well-known trick, and that is it's a triangle, and that is an event leads to a reaction, leads to a feeling. So think about perhaps a bad event, or how we react to it will affect our feelings, and then it obviously just goes round and round and round and round and round. And it seems to me a lot of the work happens between the event and the reaction. And so however the reaction is handled will be where the feeling goes. Now, if only life was this simple and this straightforward, it's not. And sometimes the reaction, the brain just can't process it. But it's a very useful tool, I find, to look at where we're sitting in life, because we all want to operate successfully in life, don't we? And I think it's a really useful tool to explore a little bit more. And I know for me, just to be honest, one of my events, it may not be a singular event, but fear has been well and truly one of those things that I don't react so well to, and the feeling's not good, and it just goes round and round and round. Well, I'm learning to reduce the fear factor a bit, and it's really, really quite beautiful to see that happen. So, chain reaction, and of course, if you can break a cycle, that's freedom. This is an absolutely classic John Farnham track. This one, so uplifting, so real, just so everything really. We've got a live version of That's Freedom. Again, a song that John was just destined to sing. Well, it was only going to be a matter of time before he came out with a live album, Full House. And actually, that's what was happening. Every time John sings, he's selling out stadiums, big stadiums. It came out in 1991. Now, it's so good to see him do a version of When the War Is Over. Now, this is a Cold Chisel classic. And when I did Cold Chisel a little while back, this song got a bit of a go. Simon Prestwich, the drummer, wrote this one. It's one of the best Australian written songs, really, this one. We've got a version of John on his own singing it. And how cool, I actually found one with Jimmy Barnes, that guy obviously sang it first with Cold Chisel. He's got a live version on John on his own and a live version with Jimmy Barnes. John and Jimmy would go on to do a couple of other songs, including Something's Wrong with My Baby. And it's around that time also that he was also doing a song with Human Nature as well. And that became quite a big seller for John and Human Nature as well. Can't quite remember the name of the song right now. It may come to me before the end of the video. In 1992, John was actually asked to take on the lead role of Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar. Kate Sobrano was another one in this place, and he took on the role of Jesus. And obviously we've got the song Gethsemane, very, very challenging song, this one. Andrew Lloyd Webber really just challenges singers with some songs, and so Gethsemane really just is into the garden of Jesus saying, I really don't want to die, but you know what? Yeah, so really, really classic performance from John Farnham of that one. Now, interestingly, John has never really wanted to go overseas. Now, John would actually make it massive overseas, but who wants to live in the United States, which is probably where John would end up living? No, I don't want to do that. Australia's well and truly my home. And interestingly, manager Glenn Wheatley knew that and never really pushed John in that direction. So we really, really, truly loved having John all to ourselves. 1993, the album Then Again. The song Angels, we've got the official clip of this one. How was it done? 2 and 2 1. If not for love. This is a little bit more quieter for John Farnham. It's just something ethereal and quite beautiful about this. Again, we're lifted up by angels, and well and truly, I've experienced that too. You know, when we do kind of feel like there's a little bit more going in our favour than just the world has to offer. So we've got a beautiful song, Angels. 1996, out came Romeo's Heart, and a live version of Have a Little Faith in Us is an absolute, again, along the same track as, all the songs really today, You're the Voice, Age of Reason, That's Freedom, and Angels. We've got Have a Little Faith in Us, absolutely beautiful song. We've got a live version of this one from 1996. Again, another song that John was just destined to sing. And how good is his band? Just as you listen to, particularly when the war is over, listen to the backup harmonies. They're absolutely stunning. And, you know, these singers have been with John for a long, long time. And, you know, they really do know how to complement his voice. When you've got a voice as good as John Farnham's, it's actually quite easy to do it. But you know what? It's just stunning 3-part harmony the whole way through. You've got a live version of that one. Between 1968 and 2016, that's a very, very long career, by the way. Very, very big career indeed. 21 studio albums, 6 live albums, 3 soundtrack albums, 19 compilation albums you'd expect. There was an anthology series of 3 CDs that came out that were quite popular, 13 video albums, 74 singles. He sold around 6.4 million albums. Now, bearing in mind, Whispering Jack has sold 2.1. We also had, what was that? Can't see it right now. Or Age of Reason sold 560,000, so it's close to 3 million just with those 2 albums. Now, for someone who has never really travelled overseas and been an international artist, that's a very, very substantial success right there. One of Australia's highest selling artists of all time. He's also been acknowledged by the industry. He's received 29 ARIA awards. It's 29. Like, you know, every time he opens his mouth, he just cannot do a thing wrong. He's also been inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame. And he's received an Order of Australia, as I did mention a little while ago, Australian of the Year in 1988. And a beautiful love story behind all of this success and touring and travelling. He's been married to the same girl since 1973. And when he does get to take some time off, which has been a little bit more of late actually, he goes to the farm. So beautiful love story behind all of this absolute thing. Because, you know, touring and doing all the stuff that you do can take its toll on marriages. John has well and truly stayed true to his girl, absolutely. So the links to those 9 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from John Farnham's Whispering Jack era. So if you want to recap on him, feel free. And the video before that, which was before Whispering Jack, and I want to thank you for the engagement I've received in that video. Really, really great. That one's there in the previous version. Just go to Jay and you'll see them all there in my playlists. And just to remember too, that you know, my playlists are by letter and then by alphabetical order. So if you want to look up somebody, very, very easy to do so. I challenge you, by the way, Go back to Asia in A, the first video I ever did. You'll see it there. You're thinking, oh, wow, yeah, I know. But you know what? It's staying up there because it's part of who I am. It's part of the development of this channel. So I trust you've enjoyed this 3-video mini-series on the iconic, immortal, ethereal powerhouse that is John Farnham. There's so many good songs that this guy's had the privilege to sing. And we also got to thank Glenn Wheatley for his management role, and Chris Thompson amongst others for releasing and writing You're the Voice as well. So great to give John Farnham a bit of a go over these last 3 videos. Well, we're going to leave John. We're going to go on to a request next time, Sleeping at Last. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.